Stock picking channels. Woo, boy. Grifters, clowns, losers. Woo-hoo. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I had an interesting thought yesterday as I was sitting playing a game after I did some work at home. I sat there and I said, you know what? I don't like most stock picking channels. Wow, what a shock, right? Let me tell you how dangerous and inevitably doomed most stock picking channels are to becoming grifters. It's very simple logic, okay? Most of you haven't thought about this because you're too busy buying the dip on Tesla or whatever, or hanging out with your bussy buddy. Stock picking channels exist because people want to beat the market and because they want to get as rich as they can as fast as possible. Why would you pick stocks if you're happy getting the market return? You wouldn't. You would just go ahead and buy an index fund. Now, stock picking channels, that's what they do. They say, hey, you don't want to be an index fund investor. That's boring. Oh, my God. You want to pay me money or watch my channel or whatever so you can beat the market, so you can get crazy returns. I bought Tesla, bro. It was so easy, and it went up 1,000% by my course. That's what stock picking channels do. And here's the crazy thing. Sometimes stock pickers do beat the index. That's right. Sometimes they crush the index. Even Jeremy Lefebvre, I bet you, has beat the index. I bet you he crushed the index in 2020. All the clown stocks he was buying. Most stock picking channels beat the index at some point. Over 30 years, yeah, okay, sure, we'll see. But when a stock picking channel beats the index, they start to attract attention. Because let's say you buy a stock and it goes up 200, 300%, and the index goes up 15%, people get attracted to it. Like, man, this guy must know it. Or girl, oh my God, it's sexism. Or this girl must know something. And they start watching, they're subscribing, maybe they sign up for their Patreon, and the stock picking channel starts to get more money and more revenue, and they're doing good. Their portfolio's doing fantastic. They're making money off of their subscribers. It's like the sky's the limit. But here's what inevitably happens, ladies and gentlemen. It happens and this will happen to every single stock picking channel. There will be a year or two where that channel trails the market. When that channel possibly massively trails the market. You may think you're so smart that you can consistently outwit the collective wisdom of the market for 30 or 40 years. You're not going to do it, okay? And even if you do beat the market over 40 years, which is, people have done it, Warren Buffett, blah, 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 blah. Even if you do, you're going to have bad years. Even Warren Buffett's had everybody has a bad year. Okay, you don't have just perfect years where you're crushing the market every year. If somebody did that, I would be suspicious. Okay. Oh, bro, it's easy, bro. Launch that deck, bro. Maybe that is the way to do it. But when those channels start to trail the market, here's where the crazy thing goes on. They start seeing comments. Bro, I bought the stock and then it kept going down. I underperformed the market because of you, bro. And then they start to see, their Patreon signups or whatever start to go down. And then they get worried because they're like, wow, this year I've underperformed the market. I've had some bad stock picks. And now I'm starting to lose revenue from my channel. Oh my God, people are signing off. What am I gonna do? Well, this is where stock picking channels have a perverse incentive to lie and mislead. Because their whole revenue concept, their whole business is dependent on beating the market. If they don't beat the market, they lose money, both in their investments and with signups. So how do they avoid that? Well, they're gonna start lying and manipulating and twisting the truth to make it seem like they are beating the market. Now, some channels have had the misfortune of getting absolutely clapped, right? Some channels, we know Jeremy Lefebvre, okay? Obviously. And what did Jeremy do? he had a mental breakdown and basically did whatever, like he threw every grifter trick, every snake grifter trick in the book he used to try to convince people that he's still a genius, selling all his losers, only keeping the winners, opening multiple accounts and buying investments across multiple accounts and transferring investments, at least we think, to have the best cost basis, and just pretending that he beat the market so he could look like a genius and start to make more money. And he's still making money. It's worked. But there's other channels out there that I've seen a bunch of them that have beat the market over the last year or two. Congratulations, okay? But you need to carefully watch these channels, because if you start to see them underperform, and you'll know, you're smart. Well, you're a retail investor, so you're probably not. I'm just kidding. But if you're smart, you'll start to see the signs like, they were on fire this year, but it seems like every stock they've talked about has gone down in a vertical line. What's going on here? And then you got to really watch them. If they publicly show that they have been trailing the market regardless of their losses, then I would say that's okay. At least they're being honest. Okay, at least they're showing you the truth. At least they're saying, yes, I have underperformed the market this year. Even if they start to lose subscribers, if they continue to do that, that at least is honorable. But do you think most people are going to do that? Of course not. Of course they're not going to do that, because that's where their livelihood comes from. Why would you throw away your livelihood when you could just deceive? It's a perverse incentive, okay? Every stock picking channel will confront this. And to separate the scammers from the real people you can trust, you gotta give the channel a chance, number one. But you gotta watch them and make sure that they're actually showing their losses and that they're showing their total returns have trailed the index, because every channel will. And if you have a channel that consistently, every year, just beats the market, crushes it, it's a scam. 110%, 1,000%, okay? So that's something I don't have to worry about. I got it good. I just talk trash about clowns. Maybe cover a stunk here or there, look at the financial statements. But like my YouTube ad revenue doesn't depend on me beating the market. I mean, I'm never going to beat the market, and that's okay. Well, good luck to you stock pickers out there. Cheers.